it's from the trivial or the everyday when you're driving down the 99 or I-5 and you see a road construction and there's girders all over the road and there's guys working, you think, I could sue that guy. It's the most dangerous work site. And then you say, Caltrans. I can't sue them, they're the government. But if a private contractor did that, and I'm speaking as a private farmer, it's dangerous. So, as we know from the Soviet, when government is everything, you have no power of redress. And then second, at the existential level, what is Lois Lerner, IRS Commissioner, General Milley, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, John Brennan, James Clapper, John Brennan, head of the CIA.
CIA, right.
Let's be fair to all of them. James Clapper, Director of National Intelligence. We can add in, if we want, Andrew McCabe, Acting Deputy FBI, and James Comey. What do they all have in common? They're completely, we'll put in Anthony Fauci because you've had guests that talked about that. They're never responsible for the consequences of their own ideology. So if John Brennan says, well, I lied, I admit that, I didn't tell the truth about the Senate commuters that we in the CIA surveil. Or yes, there were people who were killed on drone, I misspoke, under oath. Try that with the IRS. Or when James Clapper says, well, the NSA does surveil people, but I gave the least untruthful answer. Or Lois Lerner said, well, we did use political considerations to target these nonprofit groups and delay them before the election of 2012. Or General Milley said, well, you know, I really didn't, didn't break the chain of command by interrupting the protocols about nuclear codes. Or violating Article 88 of the Uniform Code of Military Justice by calling my commander-in-chief a Nazi or Hitlerian. That's alleged in Bob Woodward's book. I could go on, but you have this elite that, because they're like an amoeba and they're not accountable, and they're judge, jury, executioner. They're executive, judicial, legislative power.
The rules do not apply to them.
And that's why they make
And they also cannot be voted out of office.
Yeah, I was very naive. I was a classicist and a farmer. And then I learned one day, I think it was at the age of 26, I didn't own the raisin crop that I was growing. The federal government, called the Raisin Administrative Committee, owned it. And so all of a sudden, the price fell out in 1982, 3. I thought, oh wow, it doesn't make sense to send the crop. Right. I'll just pack it and send it at farmer's market. And they said, no, you don't. The Raisin Administrative can set aside a reserve tonnage. This year it's 70%. 70% of that crop is ours. You don't own it. We're going to take it and we're going to make cattle feed or throw it away or send it to Europe for free. I said, but you don't own it. You don't own the, yes, you do. And they, it took a 30-year lawsuit for one grower that challenged it. So it's too big and it's too unaccountable. And it does a lot of things that are very scary. And we're watching it now, whether it's the Pentagon or an intelligence invest. Eisenhower said, beware of the military-industrial complex. Now I think we're going to have to say, beware of the military-industrial intelligence and investigative complex.